Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. This is another video of me just voicing my opinion on what's going on in the world today. And of course today I have some notes with me because I do tend to forget a lot of the points that I want to make when I do come on camera. Hopefully as time goes by and I get a little bit more comfortable with doing this, I'll be able to just voice my opinion and my thoughts and just be able to articulate myself better on a whole. But yeah, today I do have some notes with me because there are some key points that I really want to touch on. And I also have my son with me and he's here. So if you hear a baby in the background or you hear some laughs or giggles or whatever, that's my son. He's a very happy baby, so he's always like all over the place. But he might just be quiet and let mommy do her thing, hopefully. So yeah, the reason for the title of my video being George Floyd is not a hero is just because I've been seeing a lot of radio shows, talk shows, and it's just of a lot of predominantly white people saying or having the train of thought that George Floyd is not a hero. And I just wanted to start off with that because at this point, it's bigger than George Floyd. This whole protest and rioting and all this stuff, I don't think it's solely because of George Floyd. Like he's the face of it right now because every change and every like organization, whatever, it has a face, whether it be for that time being or it's permanent. When companies come out with like for example like those makeup lines and things, when they're promoting something, there's always a face to it, whether it be a celebrity or a YouTube influencer. Like there's always a face to it. So right now in the climate that we're in right now, and with what happened to George Floyd being what sparked all of this, he's the face of it right now. But this has been going on for a very long time as far as black men and women being killed by the police, being treated unfairly and different from how our other race are treated in America. I watch a lot of live PD, and the things that I see on there with other races, it's crazy because I know for a fact, had it been a black man that had done the things that I see on this television show, that person would be shot dead with no remorse. You feel me? And the fact is this: if you go to the doctor, right, and you're misdiagnosed or whatever happens, like anything could be the scenario. If your patient dies under your watch or under your time as a doctor, depending, once the investigation is completed and all of that, you're either going to go to jail for malpractice, i.e. Michael Jackson, his doctor went to jail for malpractice for providing Michael Jackson with propofol or whatever that drug was, because Michael Jackson asked for it because he couldn't go to sleep. Now the judge didn't say, okay, well, Michael Jackson asked for that, so it's okay, go home to your family. No, he went to jail, right? So as a police officer, I don't understand why it's any different that people are dying under your watch. You pull somebody over for a traffic stop, or you get into you do a stop and frisk or whatever. I don't think that's a thing anymore, but whatever the case is, you're coming into interaction with these people and these people are dying under your watch and nothing is being done. Like, that is so crazy to me. And I think what people need to understand, this is from my perspective though, but I think what people need to understand is that I think that the world is having an Aquarius moment. And what I mean by that, we are in the dawn of Aquarius right now. If anybody that's watching this video is into like astrology and things like that, we are in the dawn of Aquarius, okay? It's the age of Aquarius, whatever you want to call it. The world, I think, is going through an Aquarius moment. And what I mean by that is I'm an Aquarius. And the way that I operate, you know, just like on my journey right now, learning myself, paying attention to my flaws and, you know, things that I love about myself and all these things. What I've acquired is that I'm a very non-reactive person in the moment. So what will happen is someone will do something to me, right? Like say I've known this person for a while and they do little things that kind of make me go, that seems shady, or that's not good for you to say, or I didn't like how you came at me, or I didn't like how you didn't defend me, or I don't like how you know, whatever the case is, right? So, but I'll let it slide because in my mind, I'm trying to give the person the benefit of the doubt, right? Or I'm trying to preserve the relationship, right? So I'll let it go. Not that I'm like holding it against the person or anything. Like I genuinely will let it go. I will, you know, be in the moment for whatever time, you know, probably talk to myself a little bit and be like, so hey girl, you tripping. It's cool, right? But then it's going to come a time when that person might do one thing, whether it be big or small. That person is eventually going to do one thing that's going to trigger all the things that they've done in the past. And my reaction to that one thing is going to be my reaction that I should have had for all those other things. Now, whether that's right or wrong, I cannot say it. I am working on myself. But back to the point, I think that that's what the world is going through. The world is having an Aquarius moment, and it's basically reacting to all of the deaths that we've had to endure by the hands of the police. So all the Sean Bells, all the Eric Garners, you know, all Trayvon Martin, all of those things that we did not get a chance to react. Like we did react to it in a way. Like I said, like we did an Aquarius thing. Like that was what those other marches and whatever was done back then. That's what those were. This is the blow up point. This is the blow up point, and the blow up point is bigger than George Floyd. The blow up point is that one thing that was left for America to do to the black race to cause what's going on now. The other day, there was this whole big thing about the rapper Trina. The rapper Trina, she's a rapper based out of Miami, and I've been viewing her on like Love and Hip Hop and stuff like that, and what I've gathered from, you know, just seeing her on television, hearing her on her radio show with Trick Daddy and all of that, I've realized that Trina is a very bitter woman. And that doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing, because her being bitter is, I won't place the blame on her for that. I mean, the blame is placed on her for not trying to like get out of it and heal from it and move on. But I don't know what past trauma that woman has been through to make her bitter. So I can't speak negatively on her being bitter. But what I will say is that she's a very bitter woman from what I see. I've watched interviews with Trina, and you know, she's been hurt a lot, most likely by black men, because, you know, that's probably what she dates. And she said on her radio show that she basically felt like the people that were protesting and rioting and whatever were animals, and, you know, most likely it's black people, because we're the ones that are hurt right now, or hurting. So she felt like, you know, they're animals, and Trick Daddy was basically trying to calm her down, saying that, you know, you can't say that, and, you know, basically standing up for black people, Trick Daddy was. And she's like, well, she doesn't really give a F, because her little brother died at the hands of a black man. And I'm thinking most likely it's due to gun violence, because there is a lot of gun violence in the black community, a lot of hate for each other within the black community, a lot of tearing down of each other in the black community. And I won't take that from her being hurt over that. But the fact that she cannot see the bigger picture of things is where I'm just like, I don't know. Because as a black woman, I have had my experiences with black men. What's wrong? I have had experiences with black men, whether it be, you know, whatever the case is. But I have had good experiences with black men also. So I'm not going to tear down my entire race because of a few bad apples, you know. And the fact that all of this that's going on in the world, and she can't see the bigger picture, it tells me that she has a lot of trauma that she maybe should try to get therapy for. But when she went on her whole rant, Young Miami, which is another rapper based out of Miami, obviously, she got online and she basically voiced her opinion on the whole matter. She was not voicing her opinion on Trina per se, but she was just giving her input, which everybody is right now. You know, everybody's an activist right now. Everybody's, you know. But yeah, Young Miami came online and she was basically saying that she's never going to turn her back on her people regardless of anything, period. You know, which should be a no-brainer. Like, it's bigger than all of this right now. It's for the fact that when I leave my house and I see a police officer, I'm fucking scared. And I'm not that type of girl. Like, yeah, I'll defend myself if somebody try to buck up on me, but I'm not the type of girl to go out there and start trouble. I'm not the type of girl to be running in the streets doing this and doing that. So why should I be scared of the police? You know? So it's something way bigger than that. And Young Miami, like, I've always liked her, Carisha. I've always liked her. But I just gained like a new respect for this girl, because what she was saying in her IG live was that, you know, number one, she's not going to go against her race. And not only that, she's like, how could you not see the bigger picture when, you know, Trina doesn't have kids yet. You know, hopefully, I don't know if she wants kids. Hopefully it will happen for her one day. Hopefully she will meet somebody that loves her and treats her right, and, you know, speak that into the universe for my sister. Although we're not seeing eye to eye right now, but I'm gonna speak that into the universe for her, because what woman doesn't want kids and someone to love her? Like, that's what we're here for. We're here to nurture and we're here to love, you know. So Young Miami was basically saying that she has a child, family members who are black male. Mwah. She has family members who are black males, so she can't help but to sympathize, because when she heard George Floyd on the ground screaming out for mama, she's thinking, okay, well, that could be her son screaming out, mama, you know, this man is killing me, you know, and it hurt her. And she was basically saying that when she was in Miami, you know, broke and wanted to go in the Gucci store or whatever luxury store with her little never full Louis bag and whatever, people would be walking behind her, you know, going on their little walkie-talkies, calling in, you know, telling people to watch her. But now that she's rich and she's going there with her Cuban links and all her brands and whatever, it's, oh, do you want champagne? Do you know what you want? Do you want me to put anything on back order for you or whatever? Like, and she's like, no. She's like, I can do it myself. I can you know, look around myself. I know what I want. I know what I like. Like, she's not trying to give them no sales because of how they treated her. And I hadn't looked at it like that. Like, I would think that, you know, walking up into the stores that I couldn't afford back in the day, I would feel like, yes, get me that glass of champagne. I need that. Let me have that. Let me see. Yes, you can get me. You know, I wouldn't have thought about it like that. Like, yeah, that's really true. No, you're not going to get a sale off of me. Period. You know, and I really F with Miami after that. And so much so that I went to like see what her zodiac was, because, you know, I just be want to know. So I went and I looked and I saw what her zodiac, and she's a freaking Aquarius. Would you believe that? Like, we have a new sis in the family. So shout out to young Miami. She's really, yeah, she got her head on straight. Another point that I want to make sure that I address in this video, I was watching CNN. And they were basically, first of all, I just want to point out that a lot of these reporters, I don't know, it's just the energy that I'm getting with some of them. The racist is jumping out. What's wrong, booby? You want my attention? Is that okay? Yeah. So the racist is jumping out. They are uncomfortable and they are upset that how dare the great America want to sit here and make Black Lives Matter a thing. Why are we sitting here talking about Black Lives Matter when I really don't give a F about a black life? That's really what I'm getting from some of them. But moving on, the American economy, hopefully it will not be like completely demolished. But from what I'm seeing on these news channels and what I'm reading in these articles, basically, like, the American economy is effed. And I would just like to encourage a lot of young people, a lot of black people, to go out there and start a business. Because who knows? Like, one of the reporters mentioned that once everything, you know, does return to some type of normalcy, a lot of black people will not have jobs, and they will not be willing to hire a lot of black people. So I'm just encouraging everyone to get out there and start a little business, get your thing going so that you can provide for your family, because who knows what is going to happen after this. You know, it's crazy. It's really crazy right now. Right now is a crazy time to be alive. But it is an inspiring time to be alive. So I'm encouraging everyone to get out there, see what your passion is, and go for it. And black people on a whole, just hold your head high, you know, going forward. Like, hold your head high. And not only that, protect our people. It's time for black men to stop killing each other over foolishness. Let's be honest. Stop killing each other over foolishness. Stop robbing your brothers and your sisters. Stop making it okay for black women to raise your children in a single parent household. Stop normalizing having all these children with all these different women with no regards for the mental state of these children, whether it be male or female. Black women, stop hating each other. Okay? Stop thinking that every woman is against you. Stop thinking that it's a competition all the time, because it's not. We're all in this together. When I see another black woman, or, you know, another woman elevate herself, it does not make me think like, oh, no, she shouldn't have that. I should have. No, it inspires me. It makes me think that, okay, if she can do it, damn, I can do it too. So y'all need to cut the crap. The time right now is it's horrifying, it's scary, but it's a beautiful time. On a bigger picture, it's a beautiful time. So get yourself together, get out your bed, get out your pajamas, take out that laptop, or get on that computer, get on that phone, and do something other than scrolling through your damn feed. Okay? I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. My baby needs me right now. So peace out. Love to you all. And Black lives definitely matter.